I would love to consider this poem a eulogy, but the only thing that died was a problem that never existed. And maybe I missed it, but since when did a man with a gun standing over a dead body not get arrested? A killer walks free and they try to defend him with some of the most ridiculous suggestions. How dare they say a hood was the cause for suspicion to be cast upon an innocent young man? When my ancestors were beaten, killed, and lynched at the hands of a hooded, coward clan. A month later, and there still is no justice, and you think we're just gonna be silent and go away? No disrespect to anyone, but why do you think we celebrated when they said not guilty to OJ? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere except the state of Florida, I guess. And the chief of police temporarily stepped down as if he made only a small mess. You let him kill our child, and they think a resignation can soothe what we feel? Every time we get a little closer to the top, they seem to push us right back down the hill. And you want to know something real? We relaxed because we got a black president and thought we finally arrived. But no matter how successful we become, we will always still be in some of their eyes. So how can we compete when we are forced to start over while the others were given a head start to run? They took us, then our freedom, then our men, and now our sons. There shouldn't even be a question of what our next step should be. That town, that state, this country will not be allowed to rest until justice is achieved. And this is not some Facebook frenzy or just a headline story for the day. You see this face America? Guess what? We're never going away. We let you get away with Emmett Till, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, those 4 little girls in Alabama, and even Sean Bell. So you wonder why when they say justice and liberty for all, we find that to be a really hard sell. So as I put my hoodie on, I agree, I do feel a little bit suspicious myself. Suspicious of those who built this country off of our hard work and refused to share the wealth. Suspicious of every person who ever got scared when I walked past and maybe clutched their purse a little tight. Suspicious of every store owner who follows me around the store when I just walked in for a snack late at night. Suspicious of every officer who has ever put me over or harassed me just because I was the wrong shade on the wrong street. Suspicious of why the juvenile detention center costs millions and some schools in Baltimore barely got air conditioning and heat. I can't say that I consider this a wake-up call because I never was asleep. This incident is just a branch on the tree of racism whose roots are over 500 years deep. So maybe with my hoodie on, I can know the thoughts that Trayvon had in that place. That inside this hoodie, worth of suspicion I would no longer have to face. And here I can drown it all out, close my ears to the words, and take my eyes off of the looks. At least in here, no one would ever consider me a thief or a crook. In here, there is no snap judgment, misconceptions, and poor perceptions of who I really am. I'm not coon, monkey, or jigaboo, just son, student, and friend. Inside here, I'm free to be me with a future free of racism and hate. But I guess we're all the same, whether we're inside or outside of the gate. I wish we could all keep our hoodies on, but how would we come together if we don't explore outside of within? We have a long road to go before we finish, but we have to at least admit that it's time to begin. Black people, this is our call to action. And yes, in this moment for Trayvon, we mourn. So I'm going to take my hood off. But America, will you finally admit that yours is still on?